COVID protocols and COVID safe elections, I think, for which many persons are waiting and a lot of queries are coming even before announcement of the polls. I will start that there were a lot of queries on this issue, that what will happen, what is going to happen. But I would like to start with a very, couplet. यकीन हो तो कोई रास्ता निकलता है, हवा की ओट भी लेकर चिराग जलता है. So therefore, यकीन होना चाहिए. We should have a yaqeen, we should have a faith, we should have a absolutely belief that we can pass through this particular pandemic also through our safety measures, through our proper following of the COVID appropriate behavior. Only then we can sail through effectively, safely into this election process, as has been done in earlier past elections also. The decision to go ahead with scheduled elections was taken after much deliberation, discussions, and careful analysis of the ever dynamic situation. The situation is very dynamic. It is not static. Nobody could have predicted earlier also, a month before. So the situation is very, very dynamic. Let me go back to the Constitution of India on this issue. Article 172(1) states clearly that every legislative assembly of every state, unless sooner dissolved, shall continue for 5 years, and no longer. So the period of any constituency is only up to 5 years and no longer. Any postponement of the assembly may result in a situation which denies people of that state the right to elect an accountable government of their choice. The government will have to be of their choice. It is a democratic process. Democracy forms part of the basic structure of the Constitution, and holding of timely election is the essence of maintaining democratic governance, and this task has been given to the Election Commission of India to hold timely elections. Commission has directed that all central state government officials deployed for election duty shall be doubly vaccinated. So all the officials who will be on the election duty will be doubly vaccinated. On the recommendation of the ECI, the Union Health Ministry has issued orders on 8 February 2021 that all election officials and employees will be treated as a frontline workers, and all eligible officials will be given a precautionary booster dose accordingly. So these persons will also be given a booster dose, the precautionary dose also. With this, all polling officials who are on the poll duty will be fully safe. So I have spoken that my booths are safe because my booths are fully sanitized. All provisions of the gloves, sanitizer and everything is there. And here are the polling officials who are the safe. We have directed on our visits also and otherwise also. We have directed the chief secretaries of all polling going states to accelerate the first and second dose of vaccination to all eligible citizens above 18 years. Wherever we have gone, in all the polling stations, we have reviewed the situation of the vaccination. And as you people have also reported, you have also informed that we have asked the chief secretaries to expedite this first dose as well as second dose to my electors of this country. And let me share with you the vaccination program. They have accelerated the vaccination of the persons of various states. Let me share some vaccination figures with you. Data is on January 7th, 2022. In Goa, more than 95.8% people have been vaccinated with both the doses. So almost the population of Goa has got double vaccination. And in Uttarakhand, people have got 99.6% people have got their first dose and 83% have got the second dose. So in Uttarakhand also, the large number of population is vaccinated. In Uttar Pradesh, which was lacking earlier, but after our interventions and after our discussions over there, 90% population had been administered first dose and more than 52% had taken both the doses. In Punjab, 82% had given the first dose of vaccination and 46% covered by both the doses. In Manipur, 57% had been jabbed with the first dose, while 43% had been administered both the doses. In absolute figures, as on January 7, 2022, more than 15 crore people in these 5 states together have got the first dose of vaccine and more than 9 crore people had been administered both the doses. So this was regarding the safety of electors. There are three components of the elections: polling booth, polling officials, and the electors. So the Commission has taken steps that all these three should be the safe area. As far as the electors are concerned, most of the persons have got vaccination, as I have just mentioned to you. The polling officials are doubly vaccinated with the booster dose also. Polling stations are safe, as I mentioned to you, that all sanitizations have been done. And before polling also, all polling booths will be fully sanitized. We have also seen the positivity rate of these states before taking decisions. I'll tell you that the weekly positivity rate in UP was only 0.24%. In Uttarakhand, it was 1.01%. In Punjab, it was 2%. Hello? Slowly. Figure. In UP, the positivity rate was 0.24%. In Uttarakhand, the positivity rate was 1.01%. In Punjab, it was 2.1%. In Manipur, it was 1.1%. And Goa, it was something around 13% because of the newer party by the outsider in that state. So these are the positivity weekly rates which we have seen and produced by all of us. And we have taken the opinion of medical experts, the Union Health Secretary, and other secretaries as I discussed with you. We have appointed health nodal officers at the district, state, and assembly constituency level and in all polling states. And in view of COVID concerns, polling time has been increased by 1 hour in all 5 states, and the time will be notified when the notification will be issued of those particular states. In view of emphasis on non-contact based campaign during pandemic conditions, Commission has decided to double the free equitable time allotted to the recognized political parties on Doordarshan and AER during these elections. It is expected that all stakeholders, namely political parties, candidates, campaigners, voters, and authorities engaged in the election process, shall be conscious of their prime duty towards public health, safety, and therefore shall abide by the general instructions and other norms of COVID-appropriate behavior as mandated by the respective authorities prescribed.